Hey, good morning everybody. This is Bill from Competition Cars, and this morning we're going to do a walk-around exterior video on this 1989 Aston Martin Lagonda, as well as hop in and go for a nice little drive. And I want you guys to see the paint and body out in the outside natural light. Really stunning car, and you really don't realize just how the presence is on this car until you're standing in front of it. I mean, it's very big, it's very long, it's very low, it's very wide. Just an awesome car. If you see a couple small door dents in it, I got my dent guy coming. He'll be here this afternoon or in the morning, and he's very good, very talented guy. He comes from out of town. I only hired the best, so he'll be here and get that knocked out. So if you see a ding or two, disregard that, they'll be gone. But look how nice the paint, how nice the body looks. It's just an awesome car. No curb rash on the wheels. I believe those are the original tires from '89. So let's hop in, Anthony, and go for a little drive. Look at that paint. Awesome. This is a part where I typically will go over all the options and features. I'm going to go over most of them, but there's so many buttons. I don't want to make this video too long. So horn, wipers, those work, okay? Air is cold. I'll turn it down. But the air does work. Your power windows, front driver, rear passenger, or rear driver, rear passenger, front passenger. So all that works. I said all the lights work. I'm going to go over separate videos. There are tons of buttons here. This is for your seat. All the power seats work. There's 3 buttons for each seat. Every button works on both sides. I know this for a fact. I'm hitting Anthony's right now. So there's that. So the air is definitely cold. Now, a couple of things about this car. As you know, if you've watched the other videos, this car was owned by Malcolm Forbes. He bought this car late '89, owned it a couple years. He passed away actually just a few short months after he bought this car. So this was his last Aston Martin Lagonda that he owned, and quite possibly the last car that he ever purchased and owned. And he put like 4,000 miles on this car in a very short period of time, which I thought was pretty interesting. You know, most people that buy these, they buy them and they put them up and they don't drive them. But this car got driven early on. Had 9,400 miles on it, odometer brakes, and then they changed it and put a new head in there. And it's got 1,500 miles on it right now. Let me put them, we can hit this screen here, let's see. We're not gonna go too, 1,534 miles on it right now. It's on the car. We're going to make sure that that is counting now, currently counting. But just what a really neat and cool car. The only thing that doesn't work is the gas gauge. I disclosed that in one of the other videos. And I haven't figured out how to turn this radio on. It's not powering up. We'll have to check the fuse and we'll get to that. And we're going to call the radio not powering up right now, but it's aftermarket radio, so I think we could probably address that. Yeah, the miles are working, just turned to 1,535. So it's got 1,535 plus the 9,400 in the door. And the collector car dealer that bought this car from Forbes in 1992, and I do have the original title from when he bought the car new. It's in Forbes Inc. I'm assuming that's how he titled all of his cars. And so I've got that original title. The address on the title matches Mr. Forbes' headquarters of where he would have probably lived and worked out of a big high-rise on 5th Avenue up in New York. Car drives great. It's just such a big car. The tires a little flat spotted. That's to be expected. You know, we're leaving these tires on to prove its originality, to help prove the mileage. We've got the original New York plates that belong to this car when Mr. Forbes had it registered. But I was impressed how much he drove this car in such a short period of time. He really, you know, maybe he knew he was passing, who knows. Went on some trips and just wanted to spec, because he was into cars. He liked the Lagondas and he liked Lamborghini Countachs as well. All right, let's see here. I'm going to probably have to revert back to the cruise. All the power mirrors work. Let's see here. assuming this car has cruise. Again, this is a very confusing car. I watched a video that Doug DeMuro did on one of these cars, and he was just like blown away. He's like, he didn't know what half the buttons did. I know what most of these do, but I'm gonna see if I think it's got cruise control. Gotta figure out how to work it now. Quite sure if that's what it is. I'm going to get back to you on the cruise. You're going to assume a car like this does have cruise control. So either I'm not sure how to work it just yet, or it doesn't work, or it doesn't have it. I'm assuming that's what these buttons here are. So I'm going to head to the gas station right now because I told you guys the gas gauge doesn't work, but whoever buys this car will come with a full tank of gas. My client that owned the car didn't have anybody that was familiar with how to fix the gas gauge, and nor do I. So we're gonna, like I said, just put that caveat in there that the gas gauge doesn't work, but it will come with a full tank. The air works really nice, beautifully cold air. No cracks in the dash, no shrinkage from the leather. And that shows you that this car really was very well preserved, and it wasn't kept outdoors for any long period of time. And when I say the tires are flat spot, not by much. I mean, I'd say if you drove the car a little bit longer, they could smooth completely out, but it's not a terrible ride. But I want to disclose everything that I find and I see, because we're very transparent, and I want to make sure that the car that arrives at your door is the car that you're expecting. I want it to meet or exceed your expectations. Here we are at 65. It's actually pretty smooth, so those tires are really not that bad. What do you think? Is it comfortable, Anthony? Yeah. I know all the tail lights and turn signals and headlights work. We'll do a separate video going over all of that for you. So the only thing in question right now is just the cruise control. It's got the owner's manual, so I'll go through that, and I'll do a separate video just on the cruise once I find out if it has it, if it works properly. I'm going with this has got to have something to do with the cruise, so I could be wrong. It's just such a unique car. It's over the top. So I'm going to slow down and kind of step on it one more time, and then stop and get gas, and we'll cut the video after that. Good downshift. Sounds great. No skipping, no hesitation, no slipping of the transmission. Just a rock solid car with 11,000 miles. And the dealer that bought it from Mr. Forbes owned it all the way to 2021. And there's a description in the trunk of when they were selling it, and their term was they went through this car and brought it back to life and got it running perfectly and getting it as best back to new as possible, aside from the gas gauge. And then my guy that owned it, there was a receipt in the trunk that will photograph that he spent $8,500 doing some stuff to this car earlier in this year. So this is a car that you can buy, hop in, drive, and enjoy, and not have to start worrying about it. And I think what's cool, another thing I like about this car, it's got one gas tank, but there is a gas filler on both the left and right side. So if you're not sure what side of the gas tank is on, you don't have to worry about it with this car. You just pull up and you've got a gas tank on to put gas in on both sides. So we're gonna wrap it up. There it is. Have a great day. Any questions, put it in the comment section. And it's a really cool car to own, because it's not only is it Aston Martin Lagonda, it was also owned by Mr. Malcolm Forbes. So it's a really special car. So check it out. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.